we done talking about the scans, bro. Thank God. We got the boy P checking in. For those who don't know, who listen to the Washington side of things, especially the pregame or preview shows. This is the man behind the bets. This is the man that's giving you the best bets. Marky P. I think you're what's the word? 6-2, right? You on the hot streak?
I was, and
or
then,
did you?
I lost my last one, so I think I'm 6-3.
You lost the Broncos, John. Okay,
Yep.
all right. So hold on, we got one more coming through. Boom.
My man, P-Heem Supreme.
So that's the man behind the best right there. He is 5-3. With the Washington football best bets. No, we only got 8 games.
8 games, right?
Yeah. So he's the man behind the best. If all of those people who DM me on Twitter asking me what I think about these picks and you going for the home team, this is the guy that you need to check in with every Thursday because he's giving you the right things. He caught fire, man. So we're gonna hope that thing keep going. That's Marky P, and then we got the boy Rome, man. First time checking in to the Trap or Die podcast. Rome, I was about to wild out. But
yeah, he definitely.
Gotta go straight out there too.
I caught myself, man. So I'm gonna just say Rome of Ante up, bro. Checking in, fellas. P, Rome, how y'all feeling tonight, bro? Y'all good, man?
Good, man. Ready to rock and roll. The show doesn't stop, so each and every week, feel like from Sunday to Sunday, we just grind it out. So I was happy to be invited on. Ready to talk some handicapping, some lines, and yeah. How you feeling, Ron?
I'm ready to go. Week 10. This is the part of the season where usually, recreational handicappers get a little bit lazy, take a few weeks off. They got other things to look at: college basketball, pro basketball, still college football season. So this is the part of the season, pro football, where you can actually catch some value on some less square lines, I would say, towards this little week 8 to like week 12 part of the season.
I'm glad Rome's here.
I'm about to say I can honestly look forward to conversation with Rome, bro. I need Rome. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do get Rome not to talk at all, bro.
No, right. I need Rome to speak about one thing, and that's before we get off this show. And I just need him to talk about the Titans offense without Derrick Henry. We can do that later.
First of all, that is not a topic of this conversation, and that's not happening tonight.
And I want to ask P that the infamous book bag that's behind you, bro.
Yeah. Oh yes. I got two. Though. I got two.
I love it, bro. I love it. But yeah, go ahead.
So listen, man. For those, again, we gotta act like we're talking to a new audience here. Rome mentioned a couple things in his very beginning intro, and probably people don't even realize that they are a part of this. It's the square things, man. Rome is the mayor of Squareville. He is the police detective. He is everything, all things about squares. You need to talk to these people and break down what this square thing is, because some people don't even realize it. Like, again, I talked to Pete like for a split second before you got on, Rome. A lot of people that I know that's just getting introduced to gambling, they only venture into the safer bets, and the safer bets for them is, if I bet, I'm only going to bet on Washington. I'm only going to bet on the Washington Wizards. I'm only going to bet on the Washington football team. I'm only going to bet on the Nationals, the hockey team. I'm only going to do that regardless of, what the line tells me, or if there's even other games out there that's probably worth more value than the Washington Wizards going up against XYZ. What is a square, and how do you realize that you are a square if you don't know that you're a square yet?
I'm not going to get personal with what is a square, but what I will do is
be personal.
Yeah. I will explain kind of what square behavior looks like, and I think it starts at the first part is taking or betting on lines that are too expensive. That being anything other than the spread, or anything on a spread lower than about 2.5. Now, some people do put money line teams on their parlays often, and some people do bet on money line teams straight up often. Teams laying more than 120 or more. I personally do not bet on any action laying more than 120. I play a dog up to whatever I feel like I have confidence in playing a dog. But in terms of laying points, I think the square behavior starts right there when you have money lines on your ticket and things minus 200 and such things. Now, I will say one of the things that you could do if you are a square better and don't like playing spreads. To me, only thing that me and P understand are spreads. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that you have
Yeah, I'm about to say.
in this industry in terms of sports betting. But I will say, if you like betting squares and you like betting, square angles, like being money lines where huge favorites, this, then the third, I think it's important to just parlay those things together and get plus money on such a parlay, and then go big on that parlay, as opposed to throwing them all on parlays and putting up more legs of square in terms of less money. I think it's more inclined, or more of a benefit to you if you have less legs, the least amount of legs with the most amount of value to get you to even money, and then you go big on that bet. Oftentimes people put up $20 to win these large parlays, and it's just like, it's hard to win like that when you have so many things that happen, especially when you're not a person that's in the weeds of these numbers and these lines, these angles every day.
P, you got any comments on these square bettors out here, or helping at least educate them a bit to help them like get out of that square mindset?
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, one of the things that you mentioned is someone who will like constantly bet on their own team. There's a lot of biases that go into that. Like, you may think your team is better than what they truly are, or worse than what they truly are on a week-to-week basis. You can kind of get caught up in, a game-to-game. Maybe your team looked really awful against a bad opponent on the road, but now they're playing a stronger team at home the next week. You don't believe in them, so you bet the opposite way. But so I just really say, like, with me, my favorite team is the Carolina Panthers. I know we're going to talk about them tonight, but usually I don't bet on them. I just try to stay away because I could feel like in week 4, I thought we might cover against Dallas. That did not happen. And then I just came down to reality. But some people are not going to come down to that reality. They still think their team is better than what they are or worse than what they are. And it's just like, there are 31 other teams to get involved with. Start there. So I would say that.
Yeah, man. And like you said, we're going to talk about. We have 3 games on the slate, as always. A game that Nick brings to the table, game that I bring to the table, and then obviously the Sunday night football game. And I guess we can actually go ahead and turn to it right quick so we can toss some ball. Let me actually take this banner off, remove that, and let's get to the 1 second. Boom.
I got a Roman candle. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Everybody up here. Boom. All right, let's get it. So we got so last week, look at that. Look at who's in the green right here. 3-0 Molly Mall. Molly Mall in the green. Who was this over here? 0-3. Oh, Rick. Rick is 0-3. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Rick.
And then what I'm saying, the 1 and 2s right here. Hey, Nick, I'm still waiting for your money, by the way. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sent that yet. Thank you, Rye. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say thank you. You know what I'm saying, for sending that thing my way. But for ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this thing, as always, this thing is all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame us if something sounds good and you make the bet and you say, damn, bro, we lost. You owe me some money. No, you put that money down. But if you win, you know what I'm saying, you can always send me a little change my way, you know what I'm saying, as a token of your appreciation. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. First game first. We got Atlanta on the road against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, we do take these lines on Wednesday. So if the line changes between now and the game time, that is what it is. But Dallas is 9-point favorites. I'm gonna start the show with the guests, man. P, you got the first stab at it. Who do you got? How do you see this game playing out?
Sure. So this game particularly is an interesting one, considering the Cowboys were just laying 10 last week at home and did not cover against the Broncos. And then the Falcons is coming off a big win. I'm actually to go with the Cowboys in this game. I will lay the 9.5. As far as the sides go. As far as the total, I'm not the totals guy, so I'll let Rome touch on that. But I think the Cowboys team, you just got kind of smacked in the face this past weekend. The Broncos ran all over you. Falcons are not a run team. They're going to pass the ball. It seems like they pretty much gave up on the run at this point of the season. So I think the Cowboys, they're going to try to play a shootout game. And I'd rather back the Falcons after a loss under Matt Ryan, because he's about 9 games above 500 during that case. But the Falcons, after a win under Matt Ryan, 55-60-2 against the spread, I cannot back that. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys, motivated after a disappointing loss, and lay the 9.5.
P, what was that stat you just threw out?
The Falcons, after a win under Matt Ryan, 55, 60, and 2 pushes against the spread.
Damn.
Ron, what you got, boss?
That's research right there, boy. Let me tell you.
It is, man.
There's some research for that ass, boy.
Yeah, so this is an interesting game just because Circle World Opener was 9. You can catch 10 in some places if you like Atlanta. I think what's interesting to note about this is Dallas is probably going to get a true 3 for home field advantage here. So that brings this line to like a 6 on the neutral. I think that line's about accurate, but I like the over here, over that opened at 52 some places and now up to 54. And I like it because, Dallas is 26 right now in pro football in terms of passing completions yards. So each attempt that is a completion, Dallas ranks 26 amongst the 32 teams in pro football in that rank, giving up about 12 yards per reception. And so with a defense that seems, feast or famine, specifically at the cornerback position with Diggs, and a defense that still is susceptible to the pass, Matt Ryan's playing one of his best years this year. I want to say 12-4 touchdown to interception ratio before this past weekend. I am biased to Matt Ryan because I am a Matt Ryan fan. However, he is playing this year. And the Falcons are finding their stride. Often teams towards this, middle part of the season, towards the end of the season, obviously cohesion becomes a little bit easier, but where it becomes most notable is at the offensive line. And that's been, eminent right now with the Falcons. They've been able to pick it up offensively, although they're without Calvin Ridley. So I look for points in this game. Dallas obviously is going to find their way offensively, specifically off of get back week. They'll be focused and locked in, ready to go. Total up to 54 right now in some places. If you like it and you want to find a lower number, I see some 53s left around on the board. So if you shop around and you want the over at 53, I think that's still there. But I think you should play that over now if you do like it, because I don't think it's going to get any cheaper.
All right. So we have P with the -9.5 for Dallas. Rome has the over in the game. I think you said up to 53. So for the sake of our sheets, so we do have to have a side. Now we know the differences between, like, obviously making the play and having the lean. So I would just say for Rome's sake, since he has the over, he will mostly identify with the over. What do you mean in terms of the side with the spread? Do you have the -9 for Dallas, or would you go at Atlanta?
Yeah, if I had to play a side here, I'd be laying the 9. This past weekend, Dallas laid 10 at home to Denver. So I think we saw what happened with that. Denver gets the win outright. So here at 9, just a obvious, not obvious, but more so very known correlation across the industry in terms of sports handicapping is correlated parlays. So I think if you like the over, then you usually lean towards the favorite. You would think that the favorite covers and the dog finds some more points in garbage time, so the over usually cashes. If you like the dog in most instances, you're usually thinking that the favorite in the game will not score as many points as they should. They're thus allowing, more of a margin and more of an easier way for the dog to cover. Here, that I like the over, I'm going to lean towards the correlated parlay and the laying the points here with Dallas at home again.
Copy that. All right, so the fellas, we got to put our spreadsheets down. I have Dallas -9. I was telling them before they got in that the line for me, like the obvious thing for people, I think the way public would play it would obviously see that Atlanta just beat New Orleans Saints, and it should make no sense for them to put Dallas at a -9 favorite against the Atlanta Falcons. So obviously the public is going to be leaning on Atlanta, in my opinion. And I would love to look at that when this show is over. But for me, for that number to be that high as it is, something's not right. And I think that something is not right on the side of the Dallas Cowboys. I think that they're actually, excuse me, let me clarify. I think it's something not right on the side of Atlanta Falcons. If they were actually a little bit better than what they imagine, or that people imagine, this line wouldn't be as high as it is. So I'm gonna stick to what the bookmakers are telling me. And I'm gonna go ahead Dallas -9. Before Nick and Rick go, because they are the fans, I'm gonna get this thing to right quick.
Hey, one last thing I want to plug in. The industry right now is agreeing with everything you said, Maul, in terms of the public liking Atlanta catching the 9.5, wherever you can find it. Look ahead in this game was 10 and now it's down to 9.5. So it's only Wednesday as we're recording here, and there's already Atlanta money coming in. We would expect that comes from the public side. So you're right on that.
All right, Rob, where you at with this one?
So, yeah, I don't have the excellent research and the fun facts that Rome and Marky P just hit me with, but I'm taking the bait, bro. I'm with the people. I'm going Falcons +9. I'm sorry, bro. I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, and we gonna see, but I don't see Atlanta losing by more than 9. I'm taking them. I don't really have that much faith in Dallas defense. We gonna see. They're gonna have to show me. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking +9.
All right, Nick, where you at with this one?
Oh man, of course I'm going with my boys. I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Most notable wins for the Falcons. We have the Jets, the Dolphins, and they just beat Trevor Siemian. And they almost lost that game. That's what people don't realize. They almost fucked around, spoiled that shit. They was up and gave up, I think, 2 touchdowns in the last 6 minutes.
Like a late push,
late
2 touchdown lead.
So my man Young Kohu came through, or whatever that boy name is. So yeah, I don't think this Falcons team is as good as because I heard somebody say, oh yeah, they won 3 of the last 4, blah blah blah, but they beat cupcakes and they barely beat those teams. They gave up 28 to Tua and the boys, bro. I'm good on them. Let me get my boys. Final score 41.
I might get my final score. Shut up.
Does this have anything to do with the fact that Dallas covered, all their games except last week?
He brings that up very often, Rome. So
I said that before. I said that prior to me betting on my boys, but they have covered up. You know what I'm saying, except for last week. But it has nothing to do with my pick, though. I still, even week 1, I would take my boys right now. All
right, so Rick, tell us why you got Atlanta +9, bro.
I like how that introduction was right there, man. But unfortunately, man, I'm going with Dallas, man. And the reason why I'm going with Dallas is because we got smoked last week, and I don't know, just from a football mentality, bro. I definitely think we're gonna come out. We about to show out. We about to show out this weekend. We don't got no choice to. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't gonna lie though. Niggas do lay eggs. Niggas do lay eggs twice in a row.
Not about to show out next week.
It's going to go 1 or 2 ways. And then at the same time, like the Broncos, bro, that's what, top 5, top 10 defense. That's the best defense we played all year, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Falcons not there. I'm not concerned. So I'm you can put me down for Dallas, bro.
Also, shout out to Dan Quinn. You know what I'm saying? He got the book on my boy.
Yeah, they about to show out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Neil, this is homecoming.
That's a good point. I forgot about that one.
We might blitz 97 times this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay. All right. So we got one person as the lone wolf, right? Atlanta +9. All right, so what's going on, y'all? This is Jamal, and this is just your reminder that you can catch each and every live stream episode of the Trap or Die podcast Tuesday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern live on my Twitch channel. The link is in the description. And if you miss any episodes, you can catch the video on demand on my Twitch channel that takes you to each and every episode that you may have missed. With that being said, make sure you like, subscribe to my YouTube channel where we post clips of the show, clips of interviews, interesting conversations, game analysis, film breakdowns, but also where we live stream our instant game analysis from each and every Washington football game immediately after the game is over. With that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all be safe, and I'll catch you next time.
Whole hard in the trenches, ask a nigga what he benching, triple digits, nigga, don't forget to mention. Whole hard in the trenches, ask a nigga.